Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Hot and Wet Soup podcast. We have a person on, but first, I'm Bionic Pig.
I'm Elvis the Alien.
I'm having my dreams crushed. I'm Zaptai.
And on this show today, we have Mr. Chris Ray Gunn on the Say Something.
Hi, I'm not iDubbbz. How's it going?
Are you sure?
Are you sure? You sure about
I
that?
think so. I'm pretty sure.
Do you get
Last
that a
I
lot?
checked.
Do you get that a lot? Like people calling you an iDubbbz clone?
Yeah, a lot.
You do?
Which is kind of amusing because like the only reason I found iDubbbz was because I was getting those comments.
Oh,
Really?
really? What?
It's yeah,
That's funny.
it's really strange.
You guys have like the exact same like format though, you know, like sitting in front of your
It is.
computer.
Yeah. It's very unfortunate.
I think even beyond that, it's white guy with glasses that does motion tracking jokes.
Yeah, true.
Like, therefore, same people.
So
That's
dumb.
Yeah,
all it
that's-
takes.
in
That's pretty
YouTube,
much all of it.
that's just you're the exact same person
Well,
in YouTube
you get it
terms.
too. You get a fuck ton pig just because you have that lore shit.
Oh
going
yeah,
on.
yeah. Because since I have a kind of storyline going on, I'm Filthy Frank basically.
Yeah. And you make some faces that are really similar to his. And
When I stick out my chin, I will admit that I do
Yeah.
kind of look similar to him when I stick out my chin.
the white version of him or something.
Well,
You know?
no, actually, the meme is that I'm the Asian version
Oh,
of Filthy
right,
Frank,
right.
even though I'm white, and
The
he's
most
Asian.
nonsensical comment.
That's the best comment I've ever gotten in my life.
So for a fair amount of our listeners, I actually think, Chris, you might be the person that our community is the least familiar with that we've had on so far.
I could see
Yeah.
that.
It's
Yeah,
a
probably.
damn shame.
It is because you're sort of out of our little commentary gay bubble, and you're more in like I feel like people do know who Shoe on Head is. He's kind of more in that vein of Shoe on Head, Armored Skeptic, Sargon of Akkad. Am I comparing you to people fairly, or are you going to be really upset with me?
I'd say that's
Okay.
no, I'd say that's more or less accurate. Yeah.
Yeah. So do you want to talk about your channel a little bit so the new folk who are unfortunately not acquainted with you yet can get a better feel for what you do?
Man, I don't even know what I do anymore at this point.
Take down the
I look
feminists.
at so pretty much what I do is I take things that people are really, really dogmatic about, be it like politics specifically, and I just kind of make fun of it, and I don't take it seriously at all. Which is kind of like probably not what Sargon and Skeptic do, which is weird because I feel like it's like I'm an outlier there.
Yeah, I
just
guess
kinda
that's a
fuck
fair
around.
point. I guess I sort of group you with them a bit just because you also do the kind of
Yeah.
SJW stuff every now and then. Not all the time,
No,
but
it does make sense to compare. But it like the fact that I speak to you guys and like I talk to Pyrocynical and all that, it's like I'm probably the only person in that group that does that.
Yeah.
that's true.
I don't know where the fuck I am.
You're right in the sweet spot.
Yeah, the first video I
Yeah.
saw of yours was the breaking all the YouTube guidelines, actually.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
one
yeah.
got pretty big in like a day.
Yeah, I remember that because that was all over the commentary area when it came out. I remember that because, everybody and their mom was talking about it at the time.
yeah. That was the nightmare too, because it was like everybody was talking about it, so then I had to find a way to talk about it without looking like I was fucking jumping a bandwagon.
Yeah, you did a good job on that because, it's really hard to not, to talk about it and stay creative with it kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you and Lou Review were really the only two people who covered that at all that did it in any particularly fun or interesting way, to be completely honest with you. Because you both did a similar.
Holy shit! I forgot about Lou Review.
Lou has unfortunately fallen into a bit of obscurity since he did that comedy tour, just because he wasn't uploading it all. So he's just sort of dropped off, which is a damn shame because
I
Lou's
love
great.
him. We need
I
to
feel
bring
like
him
I was
on. He's
supposed to
awesome.
watch him, but I never have.
Yeah, we told you about him.
Yeah,
and
I
you just
remember you
kind of
guys
ignored
told me
us.
about him.
God
Yeah, I just
damn it.
ignored you guys because I just don't care about you.
I appreciate the honesty at least.
Chris,
Yeah.
you talk about politics a lot. Do you think that that's like? Do you get a lot of bullshit in your comment section because of it?
I don't even read it anymore.
Oh,
At this
yeah, I
point.
don't either.
Honestly, it's just the sheer influx of comments.
Yeah.
I read it for
Yeah.
like maybe the first hour so I can respond to some. but like usually it's pretty good. You get the occasional like insane person.
Yeah.
Like the kind of person that really concerns you.
Yeah.
But you know, most of the time I just kind of like I can't be fucked to read all this.
Well, you do talk. You know, you're pretty open about being more on the liberal side. So do you think that kind of like splits your audience at all? Or
Oh
what?
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I have people
Really?
calling me a cuck all the
Oh
time.
my god.
Or like
Is
I
libtard
don't
still
even
in
know.
the vernacular?
I hate
Libtard.
libtard. Fuck
Oh,
that.
God.
Libtard is a classic. I don't know if
Yeah.
that's a relic now, but
No, libtard's still around.
oh, that's good. That's good.
Oh, good.
Libtard's still around. I get alt-right white supremacist a lot. That's fun.
Oh my god.
Which is
Fuck.
it's amazing. Like
Jesus.
both sides can't stand me, but I guess there's like some kind of median between them that makes up my subscriber base.
I think it's the middle ground of people who don't give a fuck either way.
Yeah.
Because I know that's where I fall. Because as I mentioned in the video about politics, like I can't even vote. So politics, quite literally, I don't have any impact on them. They have fairly minimal impact on me. So watching you just make fun of everyone is super entertaining for me.
Yeah. It's fun.
But what? Okay, so I do have to ask though, because this phrase gets thrown around all the fucking time, and I still don't understand it. What does alt-right mean? And I know
I
that
have
it's
no fucking
probably
clue.
okay. Really,
Nobody
you were my
knows.
hope. You were like
know, man.
the one chance I had to find out what this phrase means.
No, I'm telling you, I'm in this thing and I still have no clue. I think it's like, I guess it's like conservatives, but like they meme a lot, I guess.
That's the
that's my only
weirdest
explanation.
designation.
I
Yeah,
really
'cause
don't.
I've heard that term tossed around so much and I've never understood it.
I know, me too. Like, yeah, everyone says it, but no one really knows what it means.
I had
Here,
a
let-
Can someone Google it real quick?
I'm gonna Google that
Here.
right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
so-
you're gonna find if you Google it, you'll probably just find like Nazis.
It's some Wikipedia thing.
Okay, so I have alt-right, short for alternative right, is a set of far-right ideologies, groups, and individuals whose core belief that white identity is under attack by multicultural forces using political correctness and social okay, I've read enough. So
We're done.
It's essentially it's how to call people racist without calling people racist, I guess.
Yeah.
That seems to be the
Pretty much. But
that's
then
what I
there's,
got
like-
from that.
But then there's people who identify as it who like don't have this. It's kind of like, I guess, feminism, where like I'm a feminist, right? But then
it's
it's
about
like,
whites.
oh no, it's like if somebody self-identifies as a feminist and somebody else self-identifies as a feminist, they might not even agree on most things.
Oh,
Like, because
yeah.
there's like sex positive and sex negative and shit like that. So that's what alt-right is. It's just kind of like a clusterfuck.
To be
Yeah.
completely honest, when I first heard it, I thought alt-right meant people like Alex Jones. Like the
guess
real
it
like
does.
off the wall conservative people who look into this crazy conspiracy shit and are always talking about how like aliens infested the brains of Christopher Nolan to make him predict Sandy Hook or some whatever fucking babble he always talks about. That's what I always thought alt-right was InfoWars.
I guess that's not inaccurate, but
Is he like white? Does he think whites are threatened though?
I don't think
Does he
so.
say that? I mean, I know Alex Jones is batshit insane, but I don't know if he's like,
he's
a
very
supremacist.
entertaining.
There's
I love him.
there's a fantastic video of him snarling for a good minute.
Yep.
Just making non-human
Yeah, I've
sounds.
seen that.
It's one of the most
Are
entertaining
the-
things I think I've ever seen.
Or the one, the turning the freaking frogs game.
Yeah,
Oh, that's a wonderful.
That was the first
Fluoride.
one I've seen of him.
they're putting fluoride
There's a shirt
in
of
the
that
water.
on
Putting
Pretty
chemicals
frogs
in the water to turn the freaking frogs gay.
I love him so much. There's really no competing with Alex Jones, and as far as the wingnut part of politics go,
He's a
But he's got that
fascinating character
locked.
study.
Yeah, it's so funny because he's so lovable, even though he's so stupid.
Oh yeah, like his mindsets would be dangerous if he wasn't already so batshit. Where I'm like, the people who watch him already thought all this. Now they just have like a figurehead to agree with them and that they can
Yeah.
enjoy. That's fine.
Yeah.
Like he's not converting anyone with how he goes about anything. He's
Yeah.
just sort of satiating those who are already doing it.
He's more of an entertainer than like a stable mind to me, you know? He's
Yeah.
not like,
Yeah, I think he probably thinks that too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
on some level.
Hey, Chris, were you blocked by Steve Shives during that whole shit that happened?
I've been blocked by Steve Shives for months. Months.
Okay. Was he like the first one that he blocked or something?
I was definitely one of the first people he blocked. Absolutely. I remember like a year ago, I tried to. I didn't know who he was, and then I Googled him.
Yeah.
And then I went to his Twitter, and then I was blocked before I even knew who he was.
That's the same with like everybody though.
Wait,
like,
are you
blocked too?
I'm
Yeah.
blocked by Steve Shives. Wait,
Yeah.
who is this guy? I don't even know him.
To be honest, you're probably blocked because you follow Chris.
That
Really?
Not joking.
Yeah, that might
he
be a
uses
thing.
like a block bot because I know he blocked me and I've never interacted with him at all.
Yeah, I was so
But
confused.
I
Yeah,
think
I'm
he
blocked.
checks who you follow and shit because like I followed Shu and Skeptic pretty early on, and I know he has them blocked. There's no doubt about that. So, and I think he like has it where it auto scans through certain people's followers or following, and it just instantly blocks them. Because like he blocked PewDiePie automatically.
Yeah.
And
Really?
then PewDiePie made like a bid to get unblocked, and Steve was like, "Oh, sorry, must have been an error," and unblocked him and shit.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but he's the dude. I don't know who he is other than the guy who blocks everyone. I have no idea what he's done beyond that. I've never seen him.
I know, same
in
here. I had no
videos
idea
or
who he was at
anything.
all. Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you know anything more about him, Chris?
Yeah. I've since researched the Shives and found out a little bit more about its past.
The Shives.
So I don't know if you're familiar with like channels like The Amazing Atheist and like
yeah.
people like that. He or Cult of Dusty. He's kind of like in that realm, but I guess it's so much to cover. But there was a whole thing called like Atheism Plus, where like there was a community-wide effort to make things a little bit more politically correct, and some people didn't like it, some people did. Steve was on the side of the people who did, and he just kind of faded into obscurity because of that. And now, basically, he does the whole social justice thing, but he's unique in that he blocks absolutely everyone so that no one can disagree with him. Essentially.
Yeah, it's so sad. It's so sad. It's like, why would you even like? He seems like the type of person who likes to debate, but it's weird because he blocks all the people who have differing opinions.
Exactly. It's like,
what the
oh,
fuck?
gee, I'd love to debate, but no one's coming forward. It's like I blocked everyone or something.
Yeah, what a convenience.
Yeah, his video titles are like 5 stupid things about atheists, 5 stupid things about Jehovah's Witnesses.
but then he discontinued that series because he felt the word "stupid" was disrespectful to people with mental disabilities.
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
That's not even a joke.
What?
That sounds like a fucking joke, but it's
does
not.
Oh
sound
my
I promise.
god. That sounds like a joke. That does sound like a joke.
I swear to you.
Oh, I mean, I buy it. It's just sad. I don't know any other
Wow.
word for it, but sad. The
God
only
damn it.
reason I know who he is really, apart from knowing that I got blocked by him, is that he got a friend of ours, Solid Shibe, suspended because Shibe put Steve's face as his picture and changed his name to Solid Shive. Just as like a bit of a meme of his name.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah,
and he got fucking suspended off Twitter for it. He still hasn't gotten his account back. It was like a perma ban. He got
Holy
fucked
shit.
completely. He just had to make a new one because of fucking Steve Shives.
just because of a fucking joke. My
Yeah,
god.
it was the picture
Yeah.
that Steve has as his Twitter picture too. It's not even like he dug into anything. He just ripped the Twitter avatar directly and put it as his own. And Steve managed to get his Twitter shut down for it. It's madness.
It's pretty insane. If you ever come across Steve Shives, he's a bit of a cunt. Just don't.
He sounds
don't.
like he would
Just
be
walk
really
away.
entertaining to try to parlay with, if only because you'd be trying not to slam your head into the table, but you'd also be trying
Well,
not
yeah,
to laugh.
But that's the thing, is that he's not even particularly dumb. He's like, it's not like he's making like absurd arguments, although he does sometimes. He seems like a reasonable dude, but he's silently insane, I guess. I don't know how to I don't know how else to
that
put
makes
it.
sense. Yeah, I feel like if you tried to argue with him, he would just not like he wouldn't conform to anything you would have to say. He would just call you stupid.
Yeah. Doesn't he have like a crazy feminist wife or something?
Oh yeah, that's a whole joke. Like he did a whole Q&A or something with his wife where basically basically he was like he was talking about the music that he likes, and his wife or girlfriend or whatever was just berating him on how sexist it was, and he was just sitting there, just pretty much just taking it. And it's the saddest thing I've ever seen.
Oh my
it's like
God.
a moth. It's like a moth that can't fly or something. It's just there's something really sad about it.
Is that still up?
I'm pretty sure it's still up. I don't
Okay.
know what it's called though.
If it's not, I'll dig for that because I want everyone to be able to watch this because this sounds hilarious. I'm gonna watch it as soon as we're done. That sounds magnificent.
Yeah, I haven't seen it either.
It's
Yeah,
pretty
I just heard
astounding.
that. Yeah. Jesus Christ. I saw that you, Chris, and Zaptai have something in common. It's that both of you can replicate the voices of Rick and Morty pretty well.
Oh yes, I really liked that video.
Yeah.
You
Well, I
had
think we
of
should
Rick
have
and
a little
Morty.
bit of a competition.
So wait, what was it? It was your friend doing Rick though, right?
My friend was doing Rick. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
see.
Okay, so I
Gargling
win.
seltzer water and burping while
So-
I was talking.
so-
Yeah, you probably
so I win.
That means I automatically win because I can do
You
both,
probably-
right?
See, I can do Rick's, but I'm not that great at Morty because Rick's isn't too hard to do. I feel like
Morty's
You
just
guys should
super
have a-
whiny.
You guys should have a conversation, Chris as Morty and Zaptai as Rick.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Go.
Oh no, this voice like grates on me after 4 lines, so this will be fun.
Oh jeez, how's it going, Rick? Oh man.
Oh, it's going pretty good out there, Morty. How are you doing, buddy?
Oh jeez, I'm having a good time just stroking my penis here. You know, just watching this porn on this big
Morty,
screen.
Morty, you're supposed to do that in private, Morty. You're supposed to touch your privates in private, Morty.
I just want to do it in the living room, Rick. You know, it's comfortable. It's got a couch here.
Morty, it's fine to do it in the living room, but not when literally everyone's home. Just wait until we all leave.
I don't see a problem with it. You're always bossing me around. Ooh, I'm so mad. You're always-
Morty, I'm just gonna let you do your thing, okay? I'm just gonna go.
Hooray!
God, that's so good.
that was fun.
That's the best moment in Hot Wet Soup history.
Jesus Christ.
It's fucking atrocious. I literally want to die.
Was that okay? Was that a dig at me or yourself? Because if you're insulting yourself, that's fine. But
Oh yeah, no, it's always myself. I always long for the sweet embrace
your
of death.
Morty was good though, dude.
Oh, it is really good.
It's man, that's so depressing.
You really capture the ooh really well. Like that in particular stood out.
I am the one thing I'm genuinely good at in this world is imitating the voice of a whiny retarded child. Hashtag
Your
blessed.
resume.
Justin Roiland would be proud. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Hey, you could probably do the guy from it is voiced by the same person from
Lemon grab.
yeah, lemon grab.
Can you do lemon grab?
That hurts a lot though. That hurts.
I'm
a
not
lot.
surprised.
I'm sure that hurts.
And also that'll like blow the mic.
Yeah, that's true. Because he just screams the whole fucking time.
It's constant screaming. It's just there's nothing
Yeah.
else.
Oh,
Is there what's up with the next season? I heard it was like pushed back or something.
I have literally not heard anything about it.
I thought it was early 2017 they moved it to, right?
Oh man.
No idea.
God, it pissed me off when I watched the end of season 2 and they're like, oh, you know, the next season in about a year and a half. It's like, what?
Yeah.
You fucking kidding
Year and a
me?
half.
I mean, that's about how long it was between the first two.
Was it really? Because
Yeah.
I binge watched it, so I was like, he said year and a half. I wasn't happy.
Oh yeah, no. The thing is with me, I always say this when people bring that up is if you watch The Venture Bros, that's nothing. Because The Venture Bros has literally taken at least 3 years between seasons for the last 3 seasons.
Really?
Damn.
And
Oh
it's
my
like
God.
8 episodes a season. It's horrible.
Yeah.
See, I'm expecting South Park upload schedule. Like Jesus Christ.
Well, they're like on like season like 90 or something.
Yeah, they're around 20 right now. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Oh, did you guys hear about that YouTube Red series that Dan Harmon is making with the Game Grumps?
Oh, I
What?
heard about that. What
Yeah.
is it called? I forgot.
I don't know that it has a name yet. I just know that they're focused on it's like focused on esports. It's like an animated series about esports.
Really?
Ew.
With the cast being Game Grumps and created by Dan Harmon. I would say ew if it wasn't made by Dan Harmon. He made a show about community college good. Like, I think I'll be all right with him making esports good too.
Oh man, I'm a little concerned.
Yeah.
To be honest, like I really only like Aaron from the Game Grumps.
Yeah, Aaron is the shit. Ego ramp.
And I actually only ever watched him when it was with JonTron, but I stopped watching after that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
That was the shit.
JonTron is amazing still. I always find it strange that people like criticize him for getting a higher budget and more production value in his videos.
Yeah, that's really stupid.
It's like I get it from
I
one
don't get
perspective
that.
where it doesn't feel as homey anymore, I guess. But it seems strange that it's like, oh, your videos are totally different now that you do stuff that's a little bit more creative and outside the
I
box.
know,
I'm like,
that's
well,
such a stupid thing to complain about. Oh, your videos are like better production quality. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Like because like the new Filthy Frank video, for example, because I said I didn't like it that much and people were saying it was because of the production value. And it's not necessarily because of the production value, it's because it seemed like he was flaunting his production value rather than, if that makes sense.
No, I can understand that. It's like the argument a lot of people make about,
you know, really nice cars, really like 3 motorcycles, guys doing tricks on it, and a helicopter. It's like that you don't need to put that in. And every other shot was a slow motion shot. Like he loves slow motion shots.
Yeah, that's kind of his thing. You know?
I think the biggest argument I can compare that to would be with Man of Steel. That Man of Steel at times, whether you like that movie or not, don't fucking crucify me, please. I get it. I don't think it's very good, but even if I did, that movie at times really feels like they sold ad space and then they made a film. And that's Man of Steel's a big offender of that. Amazing Spider-Man 2 is a huge offender of that.
Oh shit, you're bringing up Spider-Man. Now we have to talk about it.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we were going to have this debate. Okay, let me finish this point real quick and then we'll go into Spider-Man fight.
I forgot all about this.
I did too. And then Transformers is also really guilty of this. So it's like, it's the difference between making something and then putting a promotional material in it, or getting a promotional spot and then deciding to make something to promote it.
It's like having a huge budget but using it in the wrong way.
Right. And it's just a difference in feeling where it feels like he's like, okay, I have this helicopter, so how do I integrate it? It wasn't like, oh, I want to do this thing that would be enhanced by a helicopter.
It wasn't even integrated. It was just him saying, I have a helicopter.
Yeah, it was just random. You just put it in there.
It was but I will admit that the only part that had me fucking dying was the roast god or whatever.
Oh yeah.
He just fucking moves his hand.
Yeah.
that shit had me dying.
It's good.
I died with fucking Wheels.
Wheels is amazing.
Yeah.
Wheels is like the best thing to happen to the Filthy Frank channel.
He's only been in 2 videos.
That brought
it is my favorite part.
That brought it back.
But just before I forget, on the topic of shifting production value or YouTubers improving their production value over time, it's like you can either have like a YouTuber who stays exactly the same and never evolves at all, and just stays with the same content because he feels, oh, this is perfect. There's no room for improvement.
It's like, if it's not broken, don't fix it kind of mindset.
Yeah. But that's like boring, especially if like the content's bad. Like I don't want to call anybody, but Movie Bob is terrible. His content's the same as it's always been.
I completely agree with that. As someone who I watched him for like a year plus, and I really liked him at the time. But it's just nothing has changed at all.
I have no idea who Movie Bob is.
He's the guy. Do you guys know Zero Punctuation?
No.
Jimquisition?
No. Oh yeah.
Okay, they all come from Escapist Magazine, which was like this website that apparently was so shitty that everyone except for one of their content creators said they wanted to be independent. Movie Bob was one of them, as was Jimquisition. Honestly, Zero Punctuation's like the only person who's still there. And I think it's because they're probably paying him as much as possible to make him not leave, because he's the only reason their site gets traffic.
But
he makes movie reviews
where like the content doesn't evolve, or you can have JonTron where the content is still good but changes, so you have something new to look forward to. Like, that's
Well, like I feel like Filthy Frank does the same thing. Like he definitely does improve his quality and his content. But I feel like he
experiments a lot. Even if it works or doesn't work, he at least tries new shit.
Yeah, that just shows that the person enjoys what they're doing and wants to improve.
Right. And it's the same thing where people really hate Nostalgia Critic lately. I don't know if you guys watch him at all, but
not really.
His reviews are used to, and I'm not surprised by used to. It's unfortunate because his videos for a while were good, but they got so skit heavy that was an instance where it like changed for the worst, and then for some reason they just never listened to anyone. Every comment section of Nostalgia Critic video criticizes the amount of skits extensively. It's not like one or two people. It's like a lot of people. And they just ignore it.
Because they're all terrible. They're terrible skits. And look, the video itself, like his reviews are great.
They are, and it's so frustrating.
But then it cuts to a skit, and it's it's dreadful.
I mean, you can have terrible skits and have a good review. Like Angry Joe, he normally starts his reviews with pretty shitty skits, but it's like,
they're so
but I mean, like that just adds flavor to it. But he doesn't do it like in the middle of it or anything. You know,
I skip those every time. By the way,
it's just like skit and then review. You know,
it's because they don't want to change with the trends kind of thing. Like I don't feel like it's changing with the trends. It's just making your content better. Like that, you could still stay relevant without changing your content. You just got to make it better. Kind of thing.
Well, it's I think YMS is a really good example of the exact opposite problem that Nostalgia Critic has, where YMS introduces more and more like gags and editing jokes and little short film shots of stuff in all of his videos, really. And they work really fucking well because he's really funny.
Yeah.
So it integrates naturally and it feels like it should be there. It doesn't feel shoehorned in. And it's just like something where he's like, oh, this seemed similar, so I'm going to do that real quick. And then it's fucking hilarious. It works great.
Yeah, exactly. YMS is a really cool dude.
He's a fine example of someone who's evolved really well. Because he went from being literally red letter media, but worse, to being one of the most distinguishable people on YouTube, in my opinion. I fucking love the dude.
Oh, yeah. I could watch his shit all day.
His monotone voice is so perfect for reviews. It's
so funny. It just makes everything he says funnier.
Yeah.
But, okay, so speaking of reviews, I think we do need to fight about Spider-Man.
Yeah, we should get on that.
It seems that all of us disagree with just about everyone else. So this should be interesting. So here, I'm gonna type in the chat. There are 7 Spider-Man movies at present. We're not gonna include Civil War Spider-Man.
No,
because that's not a movie.
No,
so it doesn't count yet. Movie. It doesn't count yet. Real quick, I guess we can talk about it. Do you guys think the new Spider-Man's good?
No.
Not really.
It's definitely not as good as the original,
Chris?
in my opinion.
I don't think it's as good as. Wait, you mean
the newest one? Sorry, I mean Tom Holland in Civil War.
Oh,
my bad. I haven't seen that yet.
I think he's great.
I thought it was good. Yeah, I liked him.
He's my favorite.
So wait. There's a new character playing Spider-Man now?
Yes.
Oh, really? Oh,
he's actually my age, which is nice.
Yeah, he's a kid.
Like he's actually young and looks young.
Really?
Which is a nice change of pace for a high schooler to actually look like he's in fucking high school.
Exactly. Yeah, that never happens.
Not only that, but he can act. Those two things really don't go hand in hand you get both. But So the 7 films in the series are Sam Raimi's Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man 3. Then we have Amazing Spider-Man and Amazing Spider-Man 2. I figure for simplicity, we just refer to the Amazing movies as Amazing 1 and Amazing 2 so we don't get fucking confused.
Yeah.
I feel like work for everyone? Both Amazing Spider-Mans are bad, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we might agree unanimously on that one.
Can we all agree on that?
I like the first one
I think the first one is fine.
Yeah.
Like, I watch it and I shrug at the end. I'm like, okay. There was some decent humor. There was some good action. There was some bad action.
Okay, the first one's definitely better than the second one, though.
Oh, the second one's one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, it's so bad. It's so
with
painfully
no hesitation.
bad.
I love it because it's really funny, even though it's not trying to be at all. I think it's hilarious, but it's a terrible movie. So I think we could all agree that Spider-Man 2, or sorry, Amazing 2. Fuck me, I set these names and I'm already fucking them up. Amazing 2 is at the bottom of the pile.
Yeah.
It's the shittiest one.
But at the same time, I feel like I would rather watch Amazing 2 than Amazing 1 because
I agree.
It's just so entertaining.
I agree completely. As
with
weird
how
as that
terrible it is.
I can understand that. Yeah.
Amazing 1 is a better movie, but it's not as fun to watch.
Yeah.
Who the fuck was the villain in the first one? I don't remember.
Lizard.
Really? Okay.
In
That's just how
Really?
that's forgettable.
And also Old Pi from Life of Pi. He was in that kind of for like
Oh, yeah,
4
briefly.
scenes. Irfan Khan. I don't know
And
why
they
he was
forgot
in
about
there.
him.
I guess the
And,
ethnicity quota.
So weren't you going to argue the part about the Spider-Man 3 movie where he was dancing?
I was
or
going
whatever?
to argue Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, because it's I don't know if I would almost say it's as bad as 1 and 2.
Fucking garbage. Spider-Man 3 is
I
garbage.
completely disagree. I think Spider-Man 3 is a fine movie. And I mean
garbage.
the word fine. As in like 6 out of 10.
I got what you were talking about when you said that they were making it like cringy on purpose because he's supposed to be a cool guy or like a lame person acting cool.
Yeah.
But it just didn't work.
It makes me laugh
did
my
not work.
fucking ass off. I think it's hilarious.
So I was watching the last podcast you guys did, and you were talking about this.
Yeah.
And I was like, Spider-Man 3 is absolute shit. And then I went and watched it with my friends. We had a movie night. We watched Spider-Man 3, and I had a blast.
I told
watching
you,
it.
it's so
It
good.
is fantastic.
It's great.
Really?
And I don't know if you guys have watched it recently.
I have.
And it's supposed to be the
See,
memory,
I
the
guess-
memory of it.
I guess if I go back and not take it as a good movie, then I'd probably laugh at
the
it.
biggest problem that people have, I think, is that everyone gets really caught up on Venom who's barely in the movie. In the grand
They had
scheme of-
way too many villains in this
I
fucking
don't
movie.
disagree with that. You
Yeah.
could cut out Sandman
Yeah.
completely and nothing. Like I think I said this already. Sandman goes out, nothing changes except
Yeah.
for Harry's death. That's it. And you could obviously give that to Venom. The problem is if you removed Venom, Sandman would be relevant. So either way, you can remove one of them and it's fine. Harry is a good villain.
I felt
argue
like
that.
if it was just Sandman and they took out Venom, I feel like it'd be a better movie because Venom.
because Sam Raimi
fucking
didn't want to
terrible.
fucking add Venom at all. He had no interest in
Yeah.
it, but the studio was like, "Yo, add Venom. We'll sell toys." He was like,
It's just
"Okay,
the fact
fine."
that the fact that Venom's supposed to be like this big bulky dude, and then they made him
But he's not always a big bulky dude.
like I feel like
He's not.
90% of the time he is though. Like name something outside this movie where he isn't.
Literally the entire Ultimate Universe,
You liar.
which is one of the main comic universes.
Isn't Ultimate,
He's usually kind of scrawny.
Venom huge?
Yeah, I thought he was in.
Wait, which one? Am I mixing my shit? I think I'm mixing my shit.
I think so. Ultimate Venom is
On my
huge
comic
Because he's like-
personas. It's unfolding.
Yeah, he looks like a fucking alien and he's buff as hell.
Which fucking branch am I thinking,
thinking
of?
of Spider-Man
This is gonna
3.
drive me crazy now.
Like just
No, I'm not.
yeah. I looked up Venom right now, and every single one, he's just fucking ripped.
I swear to God, I've seen him in scrawny shit. Maybe I'm mistaking myself. I don't know.
He's supposed to have like
whatever,
this
fuck
really
it.
huge mouth, you know, like huge
Yeah.
tongue.
There's one time in Spider-Man 3 where Venom looks awesome. And
Really?
it's when he's like it's when he's turning around and he's got his mouth open and he looks like, "Oh, that looks
And he
exactly
like
like Venom."
screams.
Oh,
And
is this one
Yeah.
right here? I just sent a picture. I think it's that
Mother of
that
God.
part, right?
Yeah, that part's a pretty good one. But there's one where he's like he's screaming even louder, but it's like it's whatever. He looks cool because
Yeah.
you can't see the rest of his body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Spider-Man 3 is it's weird because it's coherent and entertaining, but
Yeah.
not nearly as good as the previous two. Not even close.
I honestly, I maintain that movie is really good until like an hour and 15 minutes in, which is when Mary Jane goes to Harry's apartment. When Mary Jane goes to Harry's apartment, they have that weird like sexual tension kind
oh
of.
yeah, with the eggs.
And that's when the whole plot line
Oh,
where
yeah.
he forces her to dump Peter and everything after that, it starts unraveling after that point. But like, that's an hour and 15 minutes. That's half the movie
I don't know.
that I maintain as being pretty fucking good, like genuinely good.
I like it, but it's the whole amnesia plot line is dumb, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it doesn't. That also doesn't really serve a purpose. You remove that, and like you could still have pretty much the same movie. Like he could still just hate Peter, and then you just don't have any awkward scenes between him and Peter.
And
Yeah.
I forget what was the motivation behind the guy who played Venom. Like, what was his? What did he get fired or something? Was that it?
Yeah, Peter Parker embarrassed him in front of the I was about to say in front of the whole fucking Oval Office. What the fuck am I talking
In
about?
front of the whole class.
In front the whole class. Basically in front of the whole class.
It's like the end of Cyberbully when like they're all confronting the bully girl and everyone just stacks around all the primary characters. Just like spreading hate wherever you go. Just like all bullying Eddie Brock and calling him a fucking faggot.
Yeah, he goes into the Bugle.
Faggot.
He goes into the Bugle and he basically tells everybody, "Hey, Brock faked these pictures of Spider-Man. These are my pictures of Spider-Man. Brock's dumb." And then he leaves, and then Brock gets fired, and then Brock is mad. But also because like Peter took his girlfriend literally.
But this is amazing because then Brock goes to the church and he prays for Jesus to kill Spider-Man. But he goes to the church as Spider-Man is getting the black suit off of him and it just like falls on him.
Yeah.
It's like I'll admit, it's the shittiest way to have that happen ever. I will not deny that. It's a terrible way to make Venom happen.
But it's
fucking funny. It's funny.
Cause I remember watching it and I felt like the motivation was just not good enough for me.
Oh, it's paper thin.
Yeah,
it's not to make a pun, but like it's thin as fuck. It's a terrible motivation. And they just shove in Gwen Stacy for no reason. They shove in Captain Stacy also for no reason. Like James Cromwell, great actor, has like 3 lines in the movie and none of them are relevant. You could cut him out too and nothing would change.
Yeah, I feel like they added way too many people into it, and it's just
they totally
work.
did. I would have liked it more if it was just Harry and Peter, honestly.
Oh that'd have been
just
a good
Harry
one.
being
And they
the
took
villain,
out that
but-
fucking stupid amnesia plot.
Yeah, that amnesia plot is pretty bad.
God, I know.
I can't argue that amnesia plot's terrible.
I really don't get it. It's like that was like straight out of a soap opera. It's like who gets amnesia anymore? That's not great.
Yeah.
That's like a primary script pitfall that you avoid at all costs.
Because everyone's done it so many times where it's just
it's such a fucking cliche.
Yeah,
it's like
no matter how realistic it might be, it's
like your character.
terrible.
It's like oh, we'll just introduce him waking up to an alarm clock, and he's late for something. It's like that. It's like that tried.
That's always good.
Stale.
Oh no, I'm late for work.
There's that, and then there's montage of news reports. That's the other one.
Yeah.
That's the best way to start off
yeah.
like a suspense movie.
That's something that really pissed me off about Fantastic Beasts. If you guys hadn't seen it yet,
Oh, I haven't seen it yet. No.
They do that in that?
yeah,
Really?
They started off with this stupid newspaper thing. It's fucking gay.
That's the weirdest movie to do that for.
Yeah. But
That's
aside from that, I
bizarre.
enjoyed it. I really
See,
liked it.
I want to see that. I saw Doctor Strange. That movie was tight.
Yeah.
Oh man, I haven't seen it yet.
I
Oh,
have.
oh, you need to
good.
see it.
Honestly, see it before it leaves theaters because the action parts alone are worth watching the movie for.
Yeah, the
Like,
only
you
movie
can hate everything else.
The only movie this year that is actually worth seeing in 3D, in my opinion.
My eyes were fucking losing their shit.
See, I feel like the reason I liked it so much is they didn't linger on scenes. They just kind of just like they said what they were supposed to say and then moved on. There wasn't any lingering parts. And it's just like, all right, let's keep going.
That's what's weird is my biggest complaint about it is that I feel like it's too short, which is something I haven't said about a superhero movie in years.
Really.
But I honestly think it's too short. I would have liked more.
See, I get that. I definitely would have liked more, but at the same time, I liked that they didn't have scenes that just seemed like they just strained it out too long, kind of thing.
Oh,
'cause I feel like a lot of superhero movies had that.
Oh yeah, I just think he went a little quick from, and this I can't even call this a fucking spoiler. Like, you know, this is gonna happen. I feel like he went really quick from magic novice to magic god.
Oh,
That's what I was gonna say, dude. His training, it was supposed to be like
part,
years, right?
That part was a little bit concerning.
It felt like a year and a half went by and like 20 minutes of screen time, and I'm like, oh, okay. Okay, is he just really good at this, or did I miss the time lapse?
They should have put in some type of like idea that there was a time lapse because you had no idea. Was it a day? Like, did he just figure out basically to be the best fucking powerful person ever?
To me, it seems like it was supposed to be like years upon years, but they just didn't convey it very well.
Yeah.
At least that's what it seemed like to me.
I feel like if they gave us the idea that it was longer, then it would have.
Yeah.
I would have let it slide.
Yeah.
But that part, I was just I did let it slide anyway because I was too focused on the action scenes. But
which they really are amazing.
Oh yeah,
dude, they're incredible. Like when the buildings turn and shit, it's like, dude, it's such a mind fuck trying to keep track of everything.
God damn it, I really gotta see it. Fuck, I've been putting it off for some fucking reason. I don't know why. Like, I want to see it and I have time, but it's like
It's a
hot
theater
outside.
movie for sure.
Oh, yes.
So I would definitely see it before it leaves
Actually,
theaters.
I would recommend seeing it in IMAX because someone saw it in regular and then in IMAX, and they said it was like ridiculously amazing in IMAX.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I'll probably have to
it's
do
like
that
the
then.
inception of superhero movies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
So how do you guys feel about these Star Wars stories now that our first one is just around the corner?
Wait, Star Wars stories?
Yeah, the spin-off movies. Have you really not seen trailers for Rogue One?
No, I haven't seen that yet.
What? Really? How?
Have you been watching television at all?
Yeah, but I remember seeing hearing something in the background about a new Star Wars movie,
What
and
the
I remember it
You
sounded.
haven't heard of it
I
yet?
literally
No.
can't watch TV without seeing a Star Wars
my
one
mind is
ad. or
blown.
Rogue
I
One
have
ad.
not seen it. No.
Star Wars
How is that
one.
possible?
Yeah.
Well, they're making spin-offs.
I'm actually fucking impressed that you haven't heard anything about
Yeah,
Rogue One.
I'm completely
Yeah, I haven't.
flabbergasted.
What the hell?
I don't know. I definitely haven't. It doesn't sound familiar to me.
Well,
Rogue One?
it's the movie where the rebels try to steal the plans of the Death Star. It takes place
And it's
between
got
3
Jedi
and 4.
Samurai in it. It's fucking badass.
It's got a really good
So they're
cast,
just going
for sure.
back to the Death Star stuff.
Yeah, basically, but it hasn't been built yet. They're building it. They're trying to build it.
Of course,
and
they're building it in every movie,
Right.
like, for fuck's sakes.
it's the chick who played Stephen Hawking's wife, and then
Oh wait! I remember because I thought it was going to be the next one in the new one that came out, the Force Awakens or whatever. I thought it was going to be one after that, but I was disappointed that it wasn't.
you thought it was going to be episode 8.
Yeah,
but it's
yeah,
not.
but it's something
Yeah,
else. And I
episode
was
8's
mad.
next year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They're doing like every other year is an episode and then a Star Wars story. So like this year's Rogue One, next year's episode 8. The year after that is the Han Solo movie, and then the year after that is 9.
I'm confused. So are they all in the same universe? Are they different?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Rogue One takes place between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope.
Okay.
So Darth Vader exists, but Luke is still a farm boy.
Okay.
That's the best way I can portray that.
I can get behind that.
I want them to stop focusing on the fucking Death Star.
I know.
You know what I mean? I agree.
God damn.
That'd be wonderful.
Like we get it.
I know.
Luke blew it up. Like Jesus Christ.
Talk about
get
it's
over
like-
it.
It's like the fucking it's a universe. Talk about something else.
Yes. Like who cares how it was made or if someone tried to stop it? It blew up in the end. Like
Something else has to be going on somewhere. You know, like come on now.
Well, didn't they like decanonize all the books or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then Rogue One has a book character in it.
What the fuck?
Which is just confusing the shit out of everyone. No one understands what's happening anymore. It's like nothing matters at all.
yeah. They're
Yeah.
just gonna do what they want. Fuck it.
How
It's
did
money.
you,
It's just money.
How did you guys feel about episode 7?
Is that the newest one?
I like it a lot.
I
That's
liked
the-
it
that's-
actually.
Is that the Force
Yeah.
Awakens?
Yeah, the Force Awakens. Yeah.
I really liked it. I liked it. Yeah.
Yeah. I like it.
Okay,
yeah,
good.
I liked it too. I was
Everybody's in
expecting
agreement.
I was expecting some cynicism.
Well, yeah, I the thing is, I get the cynicism to a degree,
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
think it's matched with high expectations. And I didn't have high expectations.
Yeah, me neither.
I was like, okay, I want to see a well-shot Star Wars movie with some good action and some fun characters. And I got that.
Yeah, I would agree.
So I was fine. That's all I wanted. It's a solid 7 out of 10 movie for me. I really enjoy it. I endlessly rewatchable.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah, I liked it a lot too.
But I think I complained about this in another podcast about
Spoilers.
Han Solo's death. I still think that it was just
Spoilers.
not good.
Yeah. Again, second
Yeah.
time.
Oh well, yeah. So, someone say spoilers before I say that.
Okay, I'll edit in
put
the
a
voice
spoiler
clip that I
thing.
just said and put it in front of it.
Yeah. Sorry. But that was one part that I don't know why it just took me out of it, and I was just really disappointed with it because I guess I knew it was gonna happen, but I don't know, just how it happened. I felt was really dumb.
Yeah, my biggest gripe with that movie is has nothing to do with that scene. It has to do with Finn, the stormtrooper guy, who somehow was able to fight against a Sith Lord at the end when he was like a garbage disposal stormtrooper. Like what the fuck?
Did he fight him though,
Oh,
or did he
yeah.
like?
Yeah, they crossed swords for like a good 15 seconds or something.
I mean, they did not fight for very long.
I'm just saying, if you fight for the assist
That's
for
true.
I know he was shot or whatever, but if you're fighting him for 2 seconds and you're a stormtrooper, you're dead. You know?
I guess that's fair.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if you think about regular stormtroopers, they die like sheep. Like,
That's why everyone
fall over and
loves
die.
the traitor guy who just whips out that weird electric baton thing.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah. Oh god.
I can't pretend I didn't love that though. That was great.
that part made me laugh.
It's funny as shit.
Every time a character in any fucking movie pulls out one of these like weird science fiction electric sticks, it looks so fucking stupid. Like I was watching I was watching Civil War the other day, and I love Civil War. It's like I can't gush about it enough. But there's this scene where War Machine pulls out this fucking I don't even know, like it's like a just a really cool looking stick, and he's like hey okay Captain, this is gonna hurt a little bit. And it just looks like, oh, that's an action figure thing. That's like something you would find on an action figure, like the fucking spider bike or something, or whatever the fuck they have. Like Spider-Man's got all these weird
helicopter
with electric stick action.
You can stick a missile launcher in Spider-Man's arm. Whoa! just like the comic.
Just like that one comic 40 years ago that everyone pretends didn't happen.
Oh god.
My favorite of those is still the Thanoscopter. Are any of you familiar with the Thanoscopter? This is a thing.
No.
This happened.
What?
There is a comic where
I'm Googling this shit.
flew around in a helicopter for the whole arc. I, to this day, am completely confused as to why, but it was a thing. There was a Thanoscopter. Yep, I promise you, it is a real thing.
I'm finding
and
images of it.
it's the funniest shit I've ever seen.
Stupid.
I see one that he's in a helicopter. They say cats have 9 lives. Now I'll see for
It
myself.
says Thanos on the helicopter. Like,
Yeah, no, the helicopter. Yeah, it's literally the Thanoscopter.
Wow.
It's the best thing ever. The comics are
sad.
full of stupid shit like that, and it's magical.
I hope that this is in Infinity War.
Oh my god!
Even if there's a joke about it, I'm gonna lose my shit. Just like a slight
look at
reference,
this.
I'm gonna fucking cry my eyes out if they reference the goddamn Thanoscopter.
It's in Marvel's Lego Avengers apparently.
What
So
the fuck?
yeah,
Look at this. Look at the Lego. Look at the Lego.
Oh, that's astounding.
so
I'm sorry,
stupid.
I just had to bring that up. The Thanoscopter is like my favorite thing ever. I had no idea it was in Marvel's Lego. That just made me, or Lego Marvel, whatever the fuck. That just made me even happier.
what the fuck am I looking at here?
Like,
It's
this
the
guy,
dumbest thing.
you'd think he'd be able to fly somehow or something. you
Yeah,
know?
I mean, he can. In Guardians, he's sitting in floating stones.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
How the fuck is that happening?
And he needs the copter to fly
But he
around.
has a
his own little
helicopter.
personal thing.
It's
Like,
so funny.
it's like bright yellow too, like a yellow submarine. It's
Where the
fucking
fuck? I'm trying
stupid.
to remember where I was even going. There was a point that I was gonna mention like 10 minutes ago, and I've already forgotten it. oh, it was about the Star Wars stories. That was it.
Oh yeah.
'Cause we were
Oh,
talking
yeah.
about getting away from the Death Star. So I'm just gonna really forcefully jam back into this conversation.
Chris, I just saw your picture.
What the fuck is this?
What the hell?
I'm retweeting that.
The Superman jet. Yeah, the
Why does he need a jet?
It has arms on it.
Superman has a jet.
Yeah.
With I guess a
with
fist
with
on it.
fists, metal fists. Yeah, I remember
Jesus
this too. It's
Because
magnificent.
because the Jet's fists are way stronger than Superman.
So stupid.
Jesus.
The fact that he doesn't even need a jet to fly and it has fists on it, it's like fucking.
it's toys, dude. Like
What the
Spider-Man
hell?
has a spider car sometimes, or a spider plane. This
So
is just
dumb.
things they
Oh,
do. They're toy
God.
ploys. That's all they are. And it's
Yeah.
just so they can
That's
point.
amazing.
They can point to that one issue of the comics and be like, no, see, this is canon. This was in the comic book, and like that's the only reason they do it. It's great.
So
though.
dumb.
Wow.
If I see
so
the
funny.
If I see the Thanoscopter in Infinity War, I'm gonna flip my shit.
I didn't even think about it being possible, but there's just this small part of me. Like, I wish James Gunn was directing Infinity War because I
that'd be so
know he would
amazing.
reference it.
Oh,
At
yeah,
least
absolutely.
mention it. He would find a way because I've seen him talk about it before.
I mean,
which
the fact
just
that
sent me
the
to
fact that
hysterics.
the fact that he gave Howard the Duck a speaking role, however brief, is amazing.
Yeah.
It is. It's great.
Hey, have you guys seen the trailer to the new King Kong movie?
No.
It looks awful.
Yeah, but you guys know who Steve Brule is, right?
Yeah, John C. Reilly.
Yeah. Did you notice on the back of his coat when they did that scene of him walking away, it says "For your health" on the back of his coat?
I did not. That's kind of great, actually.
Yeah, I was laughing.
That's
so
actually
hard when I
funny.
saw
Okay,
that.
I was gonna say, I was like, because John C.
Oh,
Reilly's
yeah.
like a legitimately talented actor. The only reason
Oh yeah.
he's seen as a comedy guy just because he was in Step Brothers, which is
Yeah.
kind of unfortunate because prior to that, he was in like a bunch of serious roles. He was nominated for an Oscar for Chicago, if I remember correctly. Like, he's
Really?
a talent. Yeah, he's a talented
So I
fucking
knew he was
guy.
talented. Yeah.
But everyone just remembers him for being in fucking Step Brothers.
It's not unfortunate. That movie is amazing.
It's a
I
funny
love-
movie, but
Yeah.
like
It's funny.
Will
Yeah.
Ferrell being remembered for Step Brothers is far less upsetting to me than John C.
Yeah,
Reilly,
yeah.
just because nobody
Yeah.
remembers John C. Reilly being a good actor.
Yeah.
Because I mean, Will Ferrell always plays the part of a man-child.
Right, he's Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
Him
Yeah.
and
I
Seth
saw
Rogen
this-
do the same idea.
I saw this really great. Well, I don't know if it's great, but it's like a really pretty good movie with Will Ferrell, and he's playing an actual dramatic role. I can't
Is that
remember. what
Really?
it is.
Stranger Than
Yeah.
Fiction?
I don't know if it's Stranger Than Fiction. It was like somebody's like his wife divorces him or something, and he something about the house. I can't remember it. It was a while ago. It was
That-
it was pretty
Something
good
about a
though.
house.
I remember being like ah, this is actually surprisingly good for Will Ferrell.
yeah.
okay, when you mention the wife, I get that's definitely not Stranger Than Fiction, so I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I don't know what
can't
you're
remember
talking
it.
about then.
Is it the one where he like lives on his front yard with all his belongings and shit?
Oh yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Yeah, I know
Oh,
what,
was
what
that-
you're talking
that's
about. I
a-
just don't know.
That's Everything Must Go.
Oh, okay.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure. Because he gets fired because he's like an alcoholic and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and-
I thought it was surprisingly surprising from Will Ferrell to see him do
Yeah,
that.
it's not bad.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good movie.
I like Stranger Than Fiction too.
So there was actually a YouTube Red movie that looks semi-interesting that I saw a trailer to the other day.
That's a
You
good
shut
joke.
your mouth. Nothing on YouTube Red is
Who
good.
is it
No,
from? This is important.
It's not necessarily the act. I feel like the actors are gonna ruin it, but the concept behind it is kind of cool. It's called The Thinning, and it has Logan Paul in it. I don't really like Logan Paul. I don't really like him at all, and I feel like he might ruin it. But the concept is apparently that it's set in a future where the population control is dictated by like a test. So if you don't pass the test, then they just kill you, kind of thing. Just to fix the population problem, so they only keep the smart people.
Almost
and then,
positive that this is going to be like one of those cool ideas that gets completely destroyed.
yeah,
by
that's what I'm saying. It
actors,
sounds like a really cool concept, but I feel like they're gonna fuck it up.
It's gonna be terrible. I can pretty
Yeah.
much,
Okay.
I can pretty much guarantee.
I
this.
just looked it
Yeah.
up. It's
Yeah.
from the guy who works. It's Michael Gallagher from Totally Sketch. Do you want to know what other movie he directed with YouTubers in it?
Oh god.
Smiley. Any of you know what
fuck?
Smiley
God.
is?
What the fuck is
No.
Smiley?
Oh, you have been blessed with You've been blessed with ignorance, Aaron. Smiley
Wait,
It's so
is
cringe.
a magnificent movie for all the wrong reasons.
Is it this horror film?
Yes. Where
Oh,
It
no.
looks fucking retarded.
I shit you not. It is
it has an
Bloody Mary.
18%.
Oh no, it should have a 0. It is Bloody Mary, but instead of saying Bloody Mary 3 times, you, and I quote, say I did it for the lulz 3 times.
Are you fucking kidding
So
me?
you go on chat roulette, you're talking to
I wanna
somebody,
kill
and you
myself.
say, I did it for the lulz 3 times, and the person you're talking to, not you, the person you're talking to through chat roulette gets visited by Smiley and gets killed. But then
What
the whole plot is basically that like Smiley is actually multiple people, one of whom is like the teacher. It's basically like it's like what Scream kind of did ish. They're trying to be Scream basically. And it ends up being like the teacher who says unironically, I did it for the lols in like a menacing way, and it's the funniest shit ever. And then at the end of the movie, they've like Occam's razored Smiley into reality somehow. And so now Smiley is an actual living creature that genuinely responds to I did it for the lol. It's the worst movie, but it is funny as fuck.
Isn't that the Smiley from like the fucking Film Cow cartoons? Is that what that is?
I don't.
Because Film Cow did.
I don't.
There was like a really old series. I
know Film Cow, and that doesn't ring a bell, but I could be wrong. But the best part about this is that.
Oh, wait, are you talking about Mr. Happy Face?
Never mind.
But no,
yeah, because I remember that.
But the thing is,
it sounds fucking terrible. By the way,
Shane Dawson is in this movie.
Shut the fuck up.
We're not done. We're not done. Tobuscus.
I don't want to hear
Tobuscus is in this movie.
But
best of all, and I hope everyone knows who this is. Best of all, Keith fucking David is in this movie.
Why?
What?
Keith David, an actual actor.
No.
A legitimately talented person. Well, I mean, he's been in a lot of shit. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Like, he is the least selective actor in film history, I think. But David,
like
he's got
the
an amazing
movie,
voice.
the movie's a fucking meme. Like that's what the movie is. It's a fucking meme.
it's the funniest shit ever. I'm being completely honest.
Man.
Movie night of Smiley with alcohol and food is wonderful because I've done it. It's great.
You know, we should when you come over, we should just watch some YouTube Red
Fuck
movies.
yeah, let's do it. Let's watch Foursome.
That'd be fucking awesome.
Let's watch that. What is it called? It's called. I think it's Foursome with Gen X Pen, and they talk about how their foursome is totally squad goals. That's a quote.
What?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my
foursome is
god.
totally
I would've
squad
died.
goals.
I would have died.
This is not okay. This is not okay.
I'm laughing so hard. I think these are so funny. I just can't get mad at them. I can't get mad at them. They're too
You're
funny.
encouraging this.
I totally am. I know, because I have a
Stop
YouTube
it.
Red subscription, and I actually watch the shit that they make.
See, no. The thing that pisses me off
I love it.
is like I feel like YouTube Red can have solid. I feel like they could have solid movies, but I feel like every movie they make it like as YouTubers.
Oh yeah, they
like
totally
you know
do.
what I mean. They don't make it as actors, that's why I felt like that one could possibly be good. I don't know if it's gonna
sorry
be,
to
but it could
shit on that
possibly.
dream, but I think I've sufficiently ruined it for you.
Yeah, you ruined
Jesus
it. You
Christ.
ruined it.
The guy from Totally Sketch cannot direct a film. I'm sorry, but he can't.
I don't even care if it's good because I really don't like Logan Paul.
Yeah.
But the concept seems interesting.
Michael Gallagher directing Logan Paul is not going to go well. It just won't. The other chick's from some Disney Channel show or something. She'll be terrible too. It's going to be bad.
Oh, the movie's already out. Shit, we should watch that. We should
that'll
watch
be
that
fun.
sometime.
Group watch. Okay.
Hell yeah.
I'm still in emotion. I'm still an emotional wreck from finding out that fucking Keith David is in it.
From finding out
That
Keith
really,
David
that really
is
hurt
Smiley.
me.
I know.
I'm so sorry.
Chris, you should just
Arbiter.
make a video about how upset you are, specifically that Keith David is in the film Smiley. Like,
Yeah.
find
Make
a
an
way to make a
entire
full video.
video.
I'll start a petition to remove Keith David from the final edit.
Start a petition to fire Keith David's agent and get him one he deserves because he doesn't.
Yeah.
He clearly doesn't have one.
See, there
He's the
should
fucking
be
arbiter,
people
dude.
who.
Why is he doing this?
Yeah, like
Why hasn't there been people who review YouTube Red movies yet?
Hey,
I'm stealing that.
Yeah, we need to get on that train.
Chris, don't do that because I'm doing that.
I'm starting
late.
it. I'm
Too
starting
late.
it right now. I'm starting it.
No, like I've actually already started one.
Oh, really?
Because I watched.
really?
The thing is, I watched Late in America from KSI and Casper Lee,
No.
no.
and I wanted to kill myself. So I was like, hey, this would be a fun video. Let's talk about like every single movie that any YouTuber's ever made. So I've already started on
Jesus.
it with Late in America. I'm gonna briefly touch on Smosh. What else do I have?
Oh,
I have all the
no.
YouTube Red
Oh,
movies.
that's a terrible.
Well, you know what this means, guys. If Zaptai is just starting his video, you guys have at least another 2 months to get yours
Hell
finished.
yeah.
So.
Let's work on this, Chris. Let's go.
Fuck's sake.
I don't know if I could take it, honestly.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's my issue. Is I don't know if I could live through that.
This is where I get the advantage over you. Is I have a very high pain tolerance. I can watch the worst of the fucking worst
Pain
over
tolerance.
and over again.
I'm working on a video for Dance Moms on my reality check video, and I just watched a half of one episode, and I almost didn't get through it. I wanted to fucking kill myself.
I have watched over 15 episodes of Dance Moms. Y'all,
see, that's what I'm gonna do.
Compete with me.
I want to get my research. I want to get my research down, so I'm gonna keep going. But God, it's so bad.
Well, that's the thing. I explicitly decided. I decided this forever ago, and I think it was actually with movie 43. That was the movie that set me over. Movie 43 was a movie that I was talking shit about without having seen it, and I got like frustrated with myself because I was stupid. I'm like, well, I can't really talk shit about this if I haven't sat down and watched it. So I did, and surprise, surprise, I fucking hated it. But I at least I watched it, and that's the one thing that's like
that you hate it.
Yeah, and that's ruined me. Making that one decision has totally ruined my outlook on things, because now if I see something that looks terrible, my immediate reaction is I need to find out if that's actually terrible. So I watch the whole fucking thing. I do this all the time, and I can't stop doing it. I'm wasting time when there's a million great movies that I've been meaning to watch forever, and I just haven't gotten around to because I'm too busy watching all of this shit to confirm that it's shit. Which is why I'm starting to make videos on this, because I'm starting to get upset with myself. I'm just wasting my time.
Your quality pendulum is probably all fucked up. So you're gonna watch something that's like semi good, and you're like, "Whoa, it's amazing!" Because you're like watching all this shit.
I feel like that's how it's gonna be, because you're so used to like having your expectations so low that you'll find something you like about any movie. I feel like
I can find something I like about any movie anyway. But I honestly don't think my I guess kind of high standards that I hold for movies has really lowered. And I realize I said I enjoy Spider-Man 3. So hold on. But the thing with it is that I can separate between a movie that is good and a movie that I like. Those are two, not necessarily one and the same. A movie can be really good and I could be bored to shit by it. That's how I feel about Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy, this spy movie. I think it's boring as fuck. I can't finish it, but it's really well acted, it's well written, it's well directed. I just don't like it. It's the same thing with Mad Men. I get that Mad Men is a great show in every capacity. It succeeds in a lot of places. I just don't enjoy it. And it's the same the other way around.
I'm with you there.
I never got into Mad Men.
Yeah, but then I can watch a movie like Gamer, and I can laugh my ass off. I love Gamer. It's horrible. It's one of the worst movies I've ever seen, and I've seen it like 6 times. It's great. So
is that the one with Gerard Butler? Or?
Yeah, where he's
got Dexter in it.
He's being controlled by a kid, and then he breaks out and then goes to fight Dexter, who does this.
Oh, I remember
the best part of that movie.
I've never seen it.
There's a magical part where Michael C. Hall, just like starts controlling all of his his cronies to do this like song and dance number to intimidate Gerard Butler. it's
so
the
dumb.
dumbest shit, and God. I was crying.
The Ghostbusters are out.
What's that?
The Ghostbusters are out. Ghostbusters 2016. Did you guys see that?
I did.
No,
I just saw that recently.
I did.
Honestly,
and I assume you didn't like it.
It was so forgettably bad that like I think I expected worse. It's not good. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. It's not. It's fine.
It's just bland.
I finished the movie. That wasn't very good, and then I shut it off and I went to sleep. Like I didn't get angry.
Yeah, it's like one of those movies that you're kind of numb to. That you just watch it and you're just like, oh, that was a movie.
It got a 72% on Rotten Tomatoes too. What the fuck?
That still confuses me. I don't really know how that happened.
That's just people like overcompensating. I feel like because like
I think to a degree that could be it.
You were kind of put into like this point where you either had to hate that movie or love it unconditionally. Like there was really no, because like in the beginning it was like, this doesn't really look all that good. And then the article started pouring in. It's like, oh, you're fucking sexist if you don't like this movie. Fuck you. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh my God.
And now I just fucking hate it. Now I hate it. Before I just didn't like it, but now I fucking can't stand it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just can't bring myself to get mad at something so aggressively forgettable.
No,
like I forgot half of the plot immediately.
I'm not mad at it. I'm mad at just the fucking reaction that everybody had defending
like
it.
how people use that's all woman cast, so people assume if you don't like it then you're a sexist.
Well, like you remember what happened to like what happened to fucking James Rolfe? Like what the fuck? James Rolfe, the angry video game nerd, just put out a movie. He put out a video where he was like, I'm just not going to review it because I don't think it's going to be good. And he was just fucking crucified.
Really?
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
That's so Jesus stupid. Christ.
He literally just didn't feel like seeing the movie, and everyone lost their minds.
It was
like, fuck you.
It was an interesting
Your freedom
time.
of choice is not valid for this movie. So stupid.
Well, it's this weird thing where everyone feels the need to see a remake of something they love to confirm that it's bad. But for me, I've always liked Ghostbusters. Don't get me wrong, but it's not like this modern masterpiece that it seems to have been made out to be in recent months. And maybe I'll get some flack for that, whatever. But it's a funny movie.
That's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be like,
it's funny, but it's just funny. It's a funny movie. It's not fucking like, it's not like remaking Ben-Hur. Oh wait, they did that. but Ben-Hur won like 12 Oscars and is one of the all-time greatest films ever made in a lot of people's minds. You remake that, I can kind of get being annoyed, but even that is so fucking forgettable that you probably didn't even remember that it existed. And that's what Ghostbusters should have had happen, is everyone just forgets it happened because it sucked. But for some reason, Ghostbusters specifically, it's because they switched the fucking genders. And I'm sorry to further that narrative, but I feel like that's got to be it. Because this would happen with other movies more often if it wasn't
it's
that.
What it is.
Of course that was it.
I think it's partially it, but I think it's that in two completely different ways. It's you had people who genuinely were like, women can't do this, and then you had the other side who were like, oh, this is gonna be great because they did this. Like this is this is
both
so
sides
original.
were dumb. It was just like I just saw it as like, okay, that's a gimmick. It might be good. It might not be. But it's like it's just a fucking gimmick. But the gimmick made everyone super mad.
yeah.
Which
It was
is
just
dumb.
very toxic. It was just bad.
It was insane.
Ben-Hur was directed.
Bad
The
everywhere.
remake of Ben-Hur was directed by the guy who made Wanted. Like, really? No one's upset about that? Like, at least Paul Feig is a decent comedy director. Like, you're trying to hire talent. They didn't do a good job, but like, there's a cast there. Morgan Freeman's like sleeping his way through. And then Jack Houston, who's been in Boardwalk Empire, which he was great in, and that's it, is the main guy replacing fucking Charlton Heston. Like, why is no one mad about that? But everyone's mad about Ghostbusters. They had the same budget, almost, which is weirder than anything, honestly.
That is really
Ben-Hur was like $100 million movie somehow. But just no one gets mad about that, though, because it's the same shit. It's just worse. But for some reason, if you try to change it, people get more upset, even though it's easier to divorce it from the original. I don't get it.
It had a lot to do with the really shitty trailer, too.
The trailer is terrible, but it just looks bad. Like, just say it looks bad and move on.
Well,
I don't know.
I think the thing is also that, like, how old is Ben-Hur?
60s, I think. Late 60s.
Like you're not having people
Ghostbusters
going to
is
the
the 80s.
What?
Yeah.
Wait,
What?
what?
The first Ghostbusters was in the 80s.
No,
wasn't it?
But I'm talking about like Ghostbusters. The first one was 1984. So the people who saw that when they were kids aren't in coffins.
Okay, fair point.
Yeah.
Okay. Solid counter argument. I guess.
I feel like that also has something to do with it.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, what about RoboCop then? Like no one got mad about the remake of RoboCop. And that's from 87. That's newer than Ghostbusters.
Yeah, I just don't think anybody really cared. It seemed like.
But RoboCop is a more beloved movie than Ghostbusters. I'd argue.
It doesn't have as big of a cult following. I don't feel like.
In terms of like wide critical reception and shit, RoboCop's considered one of the best movies ever made, as far as I know.
Yeah, but I mean, like cult following.
That's true.
But
it's a lot of the cult following.
Yeah.
Like
RoboCop has that too, though.
Not to the degree. Like they didn't have like
guess,
RoboCop high seas and shit. Like
Yeah.
they had, like Ecto Cooler
and plus
like,
the Ghostbusters jingles like fucking everywhere all the time.
That's okay, but I don't know. It's just something about it that just seems weird to me that you would
it doesn't make sense.
That Matt.
It doesn't make sense.
I do get that.
All my arguments suck, but my point works, so that's fine. I could live with that.
Yeah.
If my point works,
I get your
with
point.
Shit arguments, that's okay.
I'm sure people who like beloved like RoboCop and love that movie, like, and they see the new one now, they might get pretty mad.
Well, that's the thing. RoboCop's like one of my favorite movies ever made, and I heard there was a remake, and I'm like, it's probably not going to be good. And then I watched it, and I was like, that was okay. And then I moved on with my life. I just don't get getting upset over it.
What if it was Robo-She? Huh?
I do think it was the defense.
Robo Lady Cop?
It was the defense that pushed it.
Robo Lady Cop,
over the edge.
Robo Police Woman.
The idea that
See, I feel like if they made the title Robo Lady Cop, they'd get some flack for it.
That'd just be a funny title.
Yeah, that would be. But I mean,
I'd
they
wanna
could
see
still
that
just
movie
call
more
it
than the
RoboCop,
remake.
but it's just a female.
Yeah.
Robo Lady Cop.
Played by Kristen Stewart. Someone make that movie. I want to see this now.
But
I want to see RoboCop remake with Kristen Stewart.
God.
Jesus
You can even
Christ.
keep the name. She can still be named Alex Murphy because it's a unisex name. It's perfect.
It's true.
Yeah.
Someone
that's true.
get who should direct it? Mick G. He hasn't worked in a while. What's the last thing he did? Like Terminator 4?
Nick G.
Yeah, Terminator 4
God.
and what the fuck else does he do? I keep trying to think. Mick G is one of those people that I always like to make fun of, but I can never name anything interesting about. He did Terminator Salvation. He did the Charlie's Angels movies.
Oh God.
Winners.
Ooh.
This Means War. He did that with Tom Hardy and Chris Pine and Reese Witherspoon.
Fuck is that?
It's like the worst movie it's the worst movie I've ever seen with Tom Hardy in it, which is saying something.
Reese Witherspoon. Italics on the
I
spoon.
like saying Reese Witherspoon. It's just more fun to
with
pronounce.
with her spoon.
With her spoon, yeah.
But no, it's the
hell?
worst movie that I think Tom Hardy has ever been in, which is impressive because Tom Hardy was in Child 44, which is awful. That's a movie that no one else saw, but I just saw it because I read the book.
I've never heard of that one.
It's fucking terrible.
That sounds.
It's so boring.
Oh man.
Tom Hardy.
I'm just
a scary man.
This has just gone into nonsense.
well, okay. But before
Little
we
Bane.
end it, because I thought the original argument was that the Batman series versus Spider-Man series.
Oh fuck.
Oh yeah.
I thought that was
was
the
it.
original.
Oh
argument.
yeah. No, my snarky like fucking snarky ass tweet was. What the fuck was it? It was like
It's like how dare you say
Spider-Man 2
this is better than this?
No, I said Spider-Man 2 is better than the Dark Knight trilogy.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
Oh god, that's terrible.
See, I've
Okay.
seen
Which
the
I
first
do
one.
actually
I've seen
think.
the first one, and I've seen the Dark Knight. I haven't seen the last one though.
Here's the thing. I think Batman Begins is fine.
I agree.
I think the action is terrible.
it's horrible.
I feel
it's
like the Dark
horrible.
Knight. I feel like the Dark Knight was way better than the first one for sure.
The Dark Knight is great, but there's a lot. But The Dark Knight is also one of those weird movies where I feel like I give more of a shit about the Joker, who is incredibly compelling.
Yeah, the Joker was
And
definitely
when-
the best part.
I don't know. There's this thing about The Dark Knight that I really like the movie, but whenever I watch it, I'm just thinking I want Batman off the screen so I could see what Heath Ledger's doing, because Batman, Christian Bale specifically, does not play the character as compelling as his opposite does.
yeah.
I get that.
And then there's the Two-Face thing that seems kind of thrown in there, even if it is well done,
Yeah.
where he just sort of half-heartedly
See,
dies.
okay.
People kind of forget that he even is in that movie. You know?
My main complaint, I don't know if anybody agrees with this. My main complaint about all Batman movies is his fucking voice. I'm sorry, I can never get past.
That's not a
how
minority
dumb
opinion.
it
Even the people who
sounds.
love those movies think it's retarded. It's a terrible voice. Like it's really awful. If Batman v Superman got anything right, it's that voice modulator. It sounds much better.
yeah.
That's the one thing I will give that movie credit for. I like it more. It's still not great, but it's better.
Hey, I like Batfleck.
He's a
Gotta
good.
say.
Yeah, I mean, he's fine. I think
he's a good actor.
Totally fine.
The characters.
Yeah,
perfectly fine.
I haven't seen Batman v Superman yet.
Oh, we got to fix that.
Is
Everyone has to see that movie.
Is it bad?
That's like a
I've
rite of
heard it's not
passage.
good.
Yeah, it's really bad, but it's a rite of passage.
Oh no.
You got to sit through 2.5 hours
like,
of like just
Oh, no.
dreck, just sadness and murkiness and dreck, and you've got to sit through and weather the storm with me.
My favorite part of that movie is when Batman sneakily puts that tracker on that van and then proceeds to chase it through the streets.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good
and
part.
blowing shit up.
I know. What the fuck's
It's
the point of this?
brilliant.
The only part of that movie that I
Fucking
genuinely
ingenious.
love is Wonder Woman's score. Her theme is
yeah,
dope.
yeah. Yeah.
It sounds
Seems kinda
annoying as
sick.
fuck when I sing it, but like it's legitimately awesome as hell. It's just this like
Yeah.
shrieking guitar and it sounds cool as shit.
Yeah, I agree. Chris, you really think that Spider-Man 2 is better than The Dark Knight?
Yeah.
I do. For that movie, as a comic book movie, I think it's perfect. I think.
Spider-Man 2?
Spider-Man
Because
2 was
Spider-Man
my favorite.
2. The original Spider-Man 2. The Spider-Man 2 with Dr. Octopus.
Not the
Yeah.
amazing.
Not
one.
amazing too.
Not amazing Spider-Man
No.
2. Jesus
No,
Christ.
obviously not
Like
amazing. too.
Spider-Man 2, I've watched that movie like 7 times over. I love that
Here's the
movie.
thing.
Yeah, it's good.
Here's the thing about
but
here's the thing about that movie though is the action is fucking spectacular. It's
Oh,
it's
yeah.
I
amazing.
agree with that.
The train fight in that movie I think is still one of the top comic book fight scenes in movie history. I think
Okay, so Chris, I have a counter
that
argument.
train fight.
Okay. Aren't you really glad that they included J. Jonah Jameson's son? Didn't he add so much to Spider-Man 2? Or did you forget he was in
Did
it?
they?
Yeah.
I totally
Mary
forgot.
Jane's
Oh, yeah, no,
engaged to him.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's a whole subplot that takes up like a good 15, 20 minutes of the film. That
I don't remember.
Wait,
that.
I don't. Wait,
this-
I
this
don't
is a
remember
big
that part either.
that's my point. It's a big
yeah.
I think it's a
Yeah.
pretty solid
I do
credit
remember
against it because
Wait, let me look him up.
it is the definition
Well-
of fluff.
yeah,
but here's the thing. That's true, but I would argue that it being forgettable is better than it being horrible, which I think a lot of The Dark Knight Rises is.
I'm talking about the
Quite
Dark
frankly.
Knight. You think that
Well,
you
we're talking-
think
oh, no,
Spider-Man 2
I was
is
talking
better
about the
than
trilogy.
Well, yeah, because I think we all agree that Dark Knight was a decent movie, but I think I just want
Knight's
to
a great
hear
movie.
what was so bad about all of.
Dude, The Dark Knight is hands down better than Spider-Man's 2, in my opinion.
I don't know.
It is.
I think The Dark
it
Knight
is.
Kill
is
your
a bit
dog.
too self-serious.
Last time I'm asking, Pig. Kill
it's
your
a bit
dog.
too self-serious.
Oh, I know. I'm sorry. I'm fucking.
Is it
sorry.
barking?
Actually, let me go
Yeah.
yell at him real quick. 1 second.
All right, you do that.
Dogs, plural. He has 3 of the same one.
All right, yeah. Because
them cloned.
his wife
Oh,
is
man.
insane. She listens to this
Yeah.
too. Amy, I say this with love. You shouldn't have bought 3 of the same fucking dog. I'm leaving this in.
But yeah, there's what's that scene? I feel like everything in Spider-Man 2 is great. That's that horror. Even the horrible scene of him going dancing through the streets to what is it?
I don't know.
Raindrops are falling on my head,
Oh, God.
and it does that freeze frame.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. It's fantastic.
Ugh.
Okay, does the Jesus imagery bug you at all? Because that's a big complaint I have about Man of Steel, and it happens in Spider-Man 2 as well.
Wait.
Wait, where?
It
when?
happens in Spider-Man
What?
2 once. It happens in Spider-Man 2 once, not every 5
Oh,
seconds.
I know
the
the
train
Man of
thing.
Steel.
Yeah,
The train
it
thing,
still
right?
bugs me because it's super
train thing, yeah.
obvious.
Yeah.
It is pretty obvious.
Yeah.
Oh,
It is pretty
that
obvious,
part?
but,
yeah,
you know.
I get that.
It's still pretty fucking good. It's a great scene.
I didn't really think think about it that way.
Man of Steel
when
was
I saw it though.
Man of Steel to me was far
I didn't
worse.
really care too much.
Yeah,
in that
I agree
aspect.
with that, but I'm kind of nitpicking Spider-Man 2, but I feel like the way that I would argue this is that Spider-Man 2 is more consistently good, but when The Dark Knight is good, it's considerably better. And I would argue that,
I would say that's
and just all
accurate.
told, for me, the sum of all the parts of Dark Knight add up to more good than Spider-Man 2 gets. Does that make sense?
Well,
Specifically, The Dark Knight.
Why are we even having this debate? The Dark Knight is better than Spider-Man 2. It's like,
Elvis being the intolerant little shit that he is. This is what. This is why we can't
It's
have
true.
refugees, people. They're all intolerant pieces of shit. They're pieces of shit.
your opinions are invalid.
All I'm saying is I would rather sit and watch Spider-Man 2 than I would The Dark Knight because I feel like The Dark Knight.
you get out of here, you.
The Dark Knight is so fucking overbearing.
That
It's
is
like, oh, I'm so sad. Oh my god. and then there's the fucking.
I get it. It's more. It's a lot more serious compared to Spider-Man. I mean, Spider-Man 2 is serious, but it's like
it's serious in a comic book.
I don't know. It's just not as intense. Yeah, it's not.
I really like
so
Spider-Man 2, so
seriously
don't get me
intense.
wrong, but I just think that Dark Knight
No.
is one of the best. Yeah, I love that movie.
I think The Dark Knight is
chuckling at
fantastic. But
I'm so sad.
I
I can't stop laughing at that.
I think.
So sad.
I think
I like how none of us are even arguing for Dark Knight Rises, though, just because that's
it's
like
not good.
It's pretty not good.
I haven't
Look,
even
it's-
seen it.
it's-
I
It's
just think
pretty.
it was bad.
I wouldn't say it's bad, but it's pretty not good.
The Dark Knight Rises is it's. I don't think it's as bad. I don't think it mistreats The Dark Knight like Spider-Man 3 mistreats
yeah,
Spider-Man 2.
Yeah,
But there's a lot of moments in The Dark Knight Rises where you're looking at it and you're just watching things happen and you're confused as to why you're watching it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't see why Catwoman was necessary at all.
I know. Yeah, it's like completely forgettable.
She's really good in it, though.
I mean,
I love Anne Hathaway as Catwoman. I'll defend that one.
Yeah,
I think she's great.
I think she's pretty forgettable.
I think
that could have been anybody.
Oh wait, I remember I didn't watch the whole movie. I remember seeing a part with Anne Hathaway in it, and I didn't like it.
That's your takeaway from the movie.
Great.
Like to be honest, I don't know why looking at her because Catwoman's supposed to be like semi-sexual and she's trying to be all sexy. It didn't work for me.
It doesn't.
For me,
it did not work.
Watching Rises for me, like I really liked it the first time. I tried watching it again, and it was just so boring for whatever reason. Like
it's a very boring film.
Yeah.
Bane, I think, isn't really all that interesting at all.
The first time you see Bane like crack Spider-Man or Batman over his knee, you're like, holy shit. The second time you see it, you're like, oh, well, I saw that coming.
Yeah, he broke his back. Now he's in a hole.
Yeah,
he's in a hole in the middle of the desert that he somehow climbs out of.
Yeah.
Tom Hardy is really good at acting with his eyes. That's the biggest praise I can give to Bane.
Yeah.
Is he portrays a lot with very little to work with.
And his fucking voice killed it for me.
I love his voice.
Shit.
Well,
I love it. I think it's great.
I think Bane's voice is just the right level of terrible to counteract Batman's terrible voice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because it just sounds like these really bad improv actors talking to each other in really horrible, horrible accents.
See, originally I thought Bane was just supposed to be a brute.
Yeah,
that's
what he is like 90% of the time. But then in this,
that's why
He's
I was
supposed to be, like, a
confused
big
when
brute
he
that's
was like kind of smarter than Batman.
That's a Batman and Robin misconception more than anything.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it a misconception or is it just...
He gets dumber when he gets stronger, but he doesn't get dumb. There's a distinction. Bane is an intelligent person all the time.
I thought he was just dumb consistently.
Yeah. He's not like a genius or anything like that, but he's smart. And you have to bear in mind that in Dark Knight Rises, he's not running everything. He's the face for everything.
Oh, true. Yeah, they say at the end.
So,
spoilers.
Yeah.
Like... Yeah, whatever.
I don't really care.
4-year-old movie, catch the fuck up. Okay, I can't even be bothered.
Yeah.
Like, there's a threshold. I think 2 years is that threshold. If you wanted to see Dark Knight Rises, you would have seen it by now.
Yeah.
But don't shit on Batman and Robin, man. That movie's better than Spider-Man 2.
No, I love Batman and Robin as well. Don't get me wrong.
Jesus
I was just
Christ.
saying that totally. Okay, Elvis, have you watched Batman and Robin recently?
No, I don't want to. Jesus.
It's so funny.
Oh yeah,
It is.
that's the best shit.
Dude, Schwarzenegger as the fucking Mr. Freeze.
Him and Uma
Fuck
Thurman
yes.
are
Fuck yes.
chewing the scenery. Uma Thurman especially. She goes into like full-blown schlock mode immediately and she never turns it off.
Yeah.
Like everyone is just having so much fucking fun bullshitting their way through this toy commercial. It's magic. It's great. I love it.
I could watch that movie like
Dude,
5 times
that
over.
last scene when
It's
Schwarzenegger's
awesome.
getting like melted is so funny. He's like his face.
Time to turn up the heat.
Yeah.
He's like, George Clooney
There
gets in
is-
that heat pun.
There's a lot of emotional weight in that scene. I would argue.
I will say there's one randomly good scene in that movie, which is when Alfred's quote unquote dying. Alfred
Oh,
and,
yeah, true. Yeah.
And that scene's actually like bizarrely all right. Which is really confusing in the middle of that movie. It's like you're just watching them have ice skates in their boots and they're like flying on surfboards through the air and shit. Gravity just stops existing. Like, you know, and then all of a sudden, just a really nice moment between Bruce and Alfred. I'm like, okay. And then it immediately goes back into stupid.
Is that the movie where you see George Clooney's like ass and they put it in this?
Yeah.
Like
they got the bat nipples
yeah,
too.
the bat nipples.
What you just said about them having ice skates in their shoes just basically reminded me that it was like an Inspector Gadget movie.
It was.
Like they had all these weird fucking things that they would never
Yeah.
have.
Yeah, it was an
I
Inspector
forgot about
Gadget
Inspector
movie, but with
Gadget.
Batman. Which is why I love it.
It's the perfect pitch.
Yeah, like Batman Forever sucks because it's too in the middle of Burton Batman and like full-blown retarded camp Batman. But Batman and
Yeah.
Robin goes far enough that it works. And George Clooney's way better as Batman than Val Kilmer. Val Kilmer's just really
Oh
boring.
my god, he's terrible.
And George
Yeah.
Clooney's terrible as well,
Yeah.
but he's at least fun terrible.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I
Everybody's
like
terrible,
Jim
but-
Carrey as the Riddler. I don't know why, but I think he was.
well, I mean,
good.
I just I love Jim Carrey and
Yeah,
everything.
he's- I'm
I'm pretty
honestly.
sure Jim Carrey ad-libbed every single line he says
Yeah.
on
Oh,
Batman
I would not be
Forever.
surprised.
Dude, he's
I
so
don't
good.
think he has a script.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I can't get enough of Jim Carrey, honestly.
Okay, so
Have
we're
you
like,
guys?
wait,
We are
what was
way over
are you?
time.
Is this a quick
Oh, are
point?
we?
Because we're running. We're running.
no, it's
long.
not a
Like
quick
an
point.
hour and a half.
That's a
Right.
long point.
Okay, we'll
Yeah.
have you back on. We'll just record another one right now, and we'll release this on
Do you know
next
what's
week.
hilarious is that we were having trouble finding topics before. We were like, well,
Yeah.
Oh, I
now we're at
know.
an hour and a half.
then we went hard on topics. Damn. Just got into movies and we went for a long time.
Oh yeah, which I do want to address something really quick before we go. I've seen some people commenting saying that they'd like it if we limit movie discussion to like a smaller portion of the podcast. The thing is, I know a lot of people listen for us to talk about YouTube, but nothing's happening.
yeah.
Like
Yeah,
there's
and
nothing to discuss.
YouTube's dying.
at
and,
all.
even-
Yeah.
and the stuff that's going on, it's just not worth talking
And everybody's
about.
already
Yeah,
talked
it's
about
all-
it. You know, like
It's
Right,
just boring.
There's nothing interesting happening at the moment, and movies are an endless well of interesting, as far as I'm concerned.
yeah.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario is you find out about some shit that you should watch.
Yeah.
Like, go watch Smiley with your friends. That's what you've taken away
Oh,
from this.
hell yeah.
Thank me later
See-
when you're crying
see,
of laughter at how awful it
You
is.
gave me a bunch of shit that we need to watch when you come
yeah,
over.
no, it's going to be great. I'll download all of it. It'll be
Hell
fun.
yeah. That'll be awesome.
Oh,
But yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys for watching this episode of Hot Wet Soup. See you at some point. I don't know, whenever we record this.
And thank you to our special guest, Chris Raygun, whose channel we talked about for like 6 seconds. But
Go
it was very
subscribe
nice to
to
have
him.
you on.
He
Definitely
makes
give him a sub.
really good
Ah.
videos. I mean, we probably won't give him much traffic, but it
yeah.
go do
You're
it
welcome
anyway.
for the
you know.
5 subscribers you get, bitch.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
you
just
piece
glad
of shit.
I got. Hey, I'm just glad I got to spread the word of Spider-Man 2 to those who are not enlightened.
He's like a Jehovah's Witness.
Yeah.
He goes to people's door.
Have you
Can-
seen
Can I talk to
Spider-Man
you about
2?
the kind word about Spider-Man 2?
He just goes from podcast to podcast. Guys, have you heard about Spider-Man 2?
Can I
Oh.
convert you over to Spider-Man 2?
I'm gonna do that from now on.
All right. Bye, guys. Fuck off.